When I started the business about 12 years ago, there were lots of dodgy SEO practices. We steered clear of SEO as something we even wanted to offer or we wanted to look at, because the more research I did into SEO when we started the agency, because we fundamentally started as social media marketing, the more I realized that there were all sorts of things you could do. So the things that spring to mind immediately about the dodgy stuff that you could do, one was something called link farms, where effectively you could create satellite sites, as you might call a satellite site, bestdigitalmarketingagency.com. You might make another one called SEOlondon.com, and basically you could then link all of those to your main site, and you'd fool Google into thinking that your site was more popular than it was. Another classic one I used to see those early days was spamming text. So, for example, white text on a white background or black text on a black background that the user couldn't see, but that Google would pick up. And I quickly learned that there were two types of SEO in that sense. One is called Black Hat, which is the type I'm referring to, where you're trying to trick Google. And the other one is White Hat, which is basically where you're doing everything that Google wants you to do, and you're doing it all above board. A lot of those Google updates in recent years kind of eliminated a lot of the black hat and kept the white hat stuff kind of above the line. What would happen if we tried to do black hat techniques today? What would be the outcome?
You're right about it. Yeah, Google has got a lot wiser to it. In the old days, Google used to see what Google saw, whereas Google can now see everything. It can see what the user sees. So like you were mentioning about kind of keyword stuff in these pages, hiding the keywords, Google used to not be able to see that you were doing that, whereas now Google can go onto your site and go, hold on a second, these aren't even visible on the site. So it's not good. Google's a lot wiser now, and it will penalize you if you see this. There's a lot of new updates, helpful content updates just rolled out in the last few months, because what Google wants is the reason Google is so popular, which is the #1 search engine by a mile, is because it is so good at this. And the way Google makes its trade is by saying, if you want to search for this query, here is a website that is reliable, is relevant, will answer your question. And so if you're just keyword stuff in your pages, tricking Google, getting all these kind of fake links and stuff like that, then you're probably not going to be answering the query and helping the user out as they want to. And that's all that Google is looking for now. So chances are that you won't rank, because there will be someone who's doing white hat who is providing content that is really useful, answering the user's query, providing reliable, kind of secure, whether it's products or services, and they will rank ahead of you. And if Google kind of notices, even if you do trick it for a bit, chances are, Google's just getting cleverer and cleverer. It's not going to last in the long run. You're always going to get found out. So like we in this agency, we do white hat SEO because I think it's the only way to really kind of have that longevity. If you can provide content that is just useful, and that, if someone searches, they want to buy a pair of football boots, then if you can say, well, here is some football boots, and here's content about these, and here's reviews and things like that, and backlinks from sites that are actually linking because they like your content and that they find it useful and stuff like that, then I think that's the only way to do it, to kind of maintain your ranking spots, because you always get found out in the end. You don't want to mess with Google too much, because they'll get you.
You don't. And there are some big casualties over the years. I think the most famous one, I think I'm right in saying, was Interflora. Maybe, I don't even know, maybe 15 or so years ago, where they were using some black hat techniques, and literally they were sandboxed. They basically were taken off the web by Google, and they had to jump through some hoops to kind of get back. So I think you don't want to upset Google. You're quite right, and I think it's just a case of doing things consistently that Google make it very clear what they expect of your website, and what you can do to make them happy. It's just a case of making sure that you keep them happy, and that you keep doing the right things. And I think that's where our SEO packages work really well, because we have a list of things that we work through, and we work through those things consistently, daily, weekly, monthly, and that's how we see that consistent growth for our clients, right?
Yeah, that's it. And Yeah, we focus on the kind of recurring package of just providing kind of useful content, making sure the site is, you know, technically sound, building backlinks that aren't these kind of farm ones or aren't toxic ones, building them organically and through, you know, like sites that are relevant and high authority and stuff like that. So it's yeah, we really focus on that side. And like I say, I think it's the only kind of way to do it now. I think Google has got a lot of the Black Hat stuff. Google has got wise to now, and it may have worked 15, maybe even like 10 years ago, or even closer than that. But yeah, with every update, I think if you were doing Black Hat, every update you would be terrified that this is the one where they're gonna get you. So yeah, I think white hat is the way to go, definitely.